Hello, guys. I just wanted to show you guys something new here that I want to do some videos. It's just a test to see how things go, but uh, stuff that I keep seeing all the time. It's stuff that's out of place. That doesn't make sense. Um, I mean, is somebody pulling our leg, or are we that ignorant that we really don't know what's going on from one generation to the next? But I wanted to show you some pictures. This is it's gonna be a playlist. Okay, I'm gonna have this in a playlist. Probably call it something like I don't know. I'm not saying that it's a conspiracy. It's just that it's out of. It doesn't make sense to me. Make sense to me. I don't know what I'll put it on, but this is just a test to see if I get any interest in stuff like this. But I'm not talking crypto today. This is just gonna be about the other stuff that I'm very interested in. And in this case, we have the Capitol, our Capitol building in Washington, D.C. This is I got this picture from what does it say? Blob? No. In one of the local government files. So this is in the public domain. Um, this is the Capitol building about 1860. Supposedly it was constructed around that time, and what we have here is, I mean, this stuff just doesn't make sense to me. All right, let me point this out. Okay, over here we have, I don't know if this is a statue. It looks like a man pointing this way. I don't know. I don't know what that is. And then you have this very archaic uh, crane device that's bringing stuff up. Now, the Capitol has basically two domes. There's the outer shell, and then there's the inner. If you can look closely, you can see that there's an inner dome. Uh, and why do you make it like that? It seems to me that this was very expensive to do, to recreate something like this. But maybe that was the plan, and um, I kind of think that something happened around 1860, 1870, and probably before that. And before that, we get pictures and of pastures and old America, where there we have drawings basically, and no cameras. Supposedly they were not invented at that time, like in 1600s. Supposedly, it was invented later. Now, where did they? It appears to that they were invented later on. I think 1840 or so. It was the first pictures that we had. Um, okay, so I just wanted to show this, and this is the Capitol. They're supposedly building out the dome, and it's made out of cast iron. Why would they pick cast iron to build this thing out? It's like, why would you want to do that? Because they knew that they did not have the technology to build a real dome, which what happened in 1860. And I tend to believe that a lot of us, this discovery of America and our history is just, it's not what it is. We came upon this land, and it might have been around here for a long time. And, people probably drove people probably just pass this and they go, yeah, that's an old building that they built a long time ago, and nobody paid attention to it. Maybe they locked it up to keep people out. But um, what's out of place here? It's just weird. It's just weird. I think that if I was constructing something like this, it would all be, in pretty much scaffolding on the outside, on the inside, as all this is built out. However, there's pictures of the scaffolding, but it's just not. It doesn't make sense to me. Um, Look, if you were building this, okay, you have trees here, grown trees. Okay, you have grown trees. Um, you even have a statue here, and not only that, there's a gate running all along here, and I'll show you a gate later on in another picture. That if you're constructing this, and the roads are made out of clay and sand, and there's just dirt roads. Why on earth would you do the landscaping when you're supposedly building this building? You need all this land here, right behind you or in front of you, in order to stage your equipment, your materials, your cement mixers, your columns. You can't just bring them in with a little dirt road coming up and down the street. This is built out. I mean, and the statue. Usually statues come after you're done building everything. And why was the dome not built along with the rest of the building? Let's see here. Here's another picture. This is about 1860 also. This is from Wikimedia. Yeah, 1860. And it's showing that there's some appears to be steel beams going up. However, there's really no crane or anything. There's a little thing over here. Maybe the crane is inside, going up. Oh, maybe that's what this pole is. One of those inner cranes, and then, they're just bringing up the beams. But there's basically no beams behind this right now. I don't know if this is one of the first pictures, but again, looking down on this, you have this forest. Wouldn't you want to take this down and get it out of the way so you can landscape? And usually when you build a house, I've been involved with construction and stuff like that a little bit. When you build out a house, you want to get this stuff out. It's got to be clear. You got to have land so you can stage your equipment and start building the building. Okay, now down here, look at this. Look at this. There's a pool. Okay, there's a pool here. I don't know what all these lines are, but it appears to be a pool, right? Some kind of a little lake, lagoon, already built out, square. Why would you want to build a lagoon before you finish out doing this? I would imagine you want to flatten everything around you so you're able to come in and out. There's a fully built gate here that's kind of crooked. I don't know if it's crooked or the image is just bent or something. Why would you want to build this first, or build with it before the building is done? This looks like something that's been around for a long time. And you got this growth here. It's like, what on earth is that? Probably trees that were fell or fell down. Maybe obviously here that there's been some clearance done, so you can drop off your material. Yeah, I can understand here. You can drop off material, but I would say you want to clear all this out, and why would you build this pool that appears to be 1,000 years old? Why would you want a pool before you're done with the? Why do the landscaping? Look at all these trees before you do the dome. It just doesn't make sense. Okay. Obviously, this little what's this called like a little pier? I don't know. This has been around for a long time. Look at the growth. Look at the growth over here. If this was new, this would look beautiful. It would look pretty. When you have new construction, this is going to look gorgeous. And you're not going to have this this pile of something that's grown over here, probably like an elephant or something. And you're not going to have all this ugly growth. This is going to be nice and even, nice and parallel. You're not going to have. I mean, this looks like it's been around for freaking centuries. All right. Again, a nice white sky. There's a little star over here. Who knows what that is? Let's see. Okay. So we got this. And we have this picture that I showed you already. And now, okay, this is the side of the Capitol. Let's see. Yeah. This is the side of the Capitol here. All right, guys. Again, there's some kind of a ladder, crane going up. I don't know what that is, but we see that pole up there. Okay. Obviously they did something. They were able to make it with cast iron. This part here. Now, could it be that we stumble upon this building? Before supposedly, we came by way of Columbus, and we started populating this part of the country, but it just seems to me that this was a project that was unfinished. Who knows, 500, 1,000 years ago, maybe. And this is just speculation on my part, of course. I'm not. This is not. But am I right? Am I am I wrong? Let's see. Let me check on this. That I'm blocking the. I'm blocking the view. Okay. Let's look at this over here. It appears that the construction workers were working on this. What's this called? Parapet. Parapet. I think it's called a parapet. And they stopped working on it because it's a nice day. It's sunny, and here you have a guy sitting in a board and taking it easy because time's not money to them. They got plenty of money to spend, and they don't care. They got all this money coming in because they're rebuilding this capital. I mean, okay. There's a lot in this picture. Here's the fence, a gate, a beautiful gate. It's not just like what's that, chain link fence put all around to keep the looters out. This is a beautiful gated fence here, and over here. you don't do this before you finish the building. After you finish the building, then you put the gate on. Then you put the brush, the trees, and the landscaping comes after. Ah, here's a box probably full of who knows. Who knows? This guy doesn't know what he's just sitting on a board. Uh, Look at these buildings. Look at this. Okay, I'm surprised this hasn't collapsed yet, but this has been sitting around for a long time. Look at all the oxidation, the weathering. It's called. Look at the weathering here. Look at this door that looks like, if it's a door, and the ground. It's just like, does this look like a ground, an area where they have just built this building? Huh. Okay. Now, over here you got a guy, just standing there, kind of like, yeah, we're gonna build this, and this guy's saying, yeah, we'll get it done soon. And this guy over here is a guy, what's for lunch? Okay, now check this out. Okay, why would you do this? Put this. It's a parapet wall. It's like a wall without a ceiling. Why would you do this? You're done over here. Where's the scaffolding for all this stuff here? What happened to all the scaffolding to complete this area here? Most likely, with weather and wood is gonna rot. It's gonna fall down. If that's how this was built. Looking at this building again, it's like, when was this built? When was this built? It looks like something that it might have been built in the 1700s. For what purpose? Who knows? Keep horses in there? Who knows? But now let's look at the weathering. Look at the weathering right about here. You guys see that? Okay. I know. Look at the weathering. These lines here. This is like water that's been coming down for many, many years. This is probably like the north side of the wall. Usually, the north side has the best view as far as weathering is concerned. Here, you have the same weathering. This is from lack of gutters, lack of protection from water, and it drips down and just look at this. Look at this. Water comes down, and it just creates these little, basically mildew and that just grows on it year in, year out. The stone is not nice and clear. Usually, when you go to the Capitol, it's nice and white. Well, I said it before. A coat of paint does wonders to a building. Here too, it's like these details here. It's like it just doesn't freaking make sense. There's our friend here waiting for somebody to bring him a lunch or something. And again, you got this gate here built before, this beautiful gate. This detail here. This is not cheap, and in those years, we did not have the resources to build something like this. It's just like we came upon this, and all of a sudden we're putting iron on here to finish the Capitol because we have no idea how this was how capitals are built. So they build them out of metal. it would have been probably made out of limestone, or like a lot of these old Capitol buildings are built that have maintained themselves throughout history. The other thing about these buildings, if I'm correct, they have a copper roof material on them, so that preserves a lot of the building. It's not gonna cave in quickly. Like a regular roof may last 15 to 30 years. If it's a metal roof made out of steel, probably 60 years. Made out of copper, it's probably going to last more than 100 years. If it's done right, copper lasts a very, very long time. Now, if you have a storm, weather, and things that's going to lift it up, you better design it so it could last a long time. It could last a long time. Okay. Again, it's like, why would you build this fence here when it's in the way of the construction? I think they were just beginning to, trying to figure out what to do. I mean, these guys are just... There's not one guy with a hammer here or mixing cement, or... There's no one working here. I mean... gee. Okay, so I just wanted to bring this up. Let's see if I have another picture. I don't think that that's Capitol buildings. No, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you for now. If you're interested in this stuff, let me know. Or give me a thumbs up if you want to see more stuff like this. I always run into stuff like this, and it's like, doesn't anybody question this stuff? Now, again, this Capitol has two domes, an inner and an outer, and I'm not saying that we did not build this out, but it's made out of iron. And supposedly it leaks like crazy, and it's damaging the Capitol. It's already been restored a few times. I think for Kennedy inauguration it was done, and I think about 2000 something else was done, and it's still leaking. And people they want to keep throwing money at it, but and the detail is, it's not very pretty. It's pretty, it's cast iron, and, to put all these pieces together, we might do a better job today, with CNC machines and, computerized construction techniques. We might do it better this time, but we still cannot build it out of limestone. Can it be done? Sure. Domes are, they used to build them. They used to make, I remember in South America, we used to have little domes that people build them out of brick and dirt, basically, to bake bread. I remember those ovens really well, and it can be done, but apparently we don't have they didn't have the, perhaps, knowledge to rebuild to build something like this, to build it out. Okay, that's all I got for today. Bye.